Ever had a conversation where you're overanalyzing and you don't know what to say because you're stuck in your head? You're not alone, because social anxiety thrives on overthinking. In this video, I'm going to show you a really simple way to shift your mindset so that you won't be overanalyzing, but you'll be present in conversations, enjoying them and feeling confident. Why is overthinking and being stuck in your head a problem in social conversations? It's a problem because, firstly, it makes you second guess yourself. There's a lot of hesitation involved when you're questioning the value of what you want to say. And it also makes you act unnatural. The reason that it's a problem is because group conversations, they move really, really fast. In a one-to-one conversation, it's different because when you speak, the other person has time to process it and respond, and then the ball's in your court. So a one-to-one conversation is a bit like a game of tennis between two people. But a group conversation is different. The difference is that you don't have to be able to process what someone else has said for the conversation to keep on evolving. So when you start overthinking, you're going into your head, you're losing track of the conversation. And then when you finally re-enter the circle, you're present once again in the room, you don't know what people are talking about. And then you're tempted to overthink even more to try and work out what's happened in the bit that you've missed. It's like you was watching a film, you skipped a scene, and then you're trying to see what's going on now. So because of this, overthinking is killing your confidence. And now I'm going to show you a simple shift to fix this. This is the key shift. Rather than asking yourself the question, what should I say? Instead, ask yourself the question, what am I genuinely curious about? All overthinking, it comes from self-filtering. You're not sure if what you want to say would be acceptable in the group, if it would go down well. Or perhaps you want to maintain a certain image and you feel this pressure to conform. And it's almost like you have this bar, and if what you're saying isn't deemed good enough by yourself, because you're your own judge, then you don't say it out loud. You secretly hide it and keep it to yourself. And you only say the things that pass this bar. So self-filtering is the problem. And people ask themselves the question, what should I say? What's the right thing to say? Is this funny? Is it clever? Is it witty? What will the group think of it? Don't ask yourself this question. Replace the question, what should I say, with what am I curious about? For example, perhaps the person mentions a film that you've never heard of. And you might say, do you know what? I've never heard of that film. Can you tell me more about it? Oh, cool, you're from Italy. Whereabouts in Italy? I'm curious about what the culture's like. Confidence isn't about perfection. It's about presence. And confidence as well. It's not about the absence of nerves and tension. It's the ability to handle your own nerves and keep on going in spite of them. So next time that you're in a group conversation, try changing that question you ask yourself and say, for an experiment today, rather than saying, what should I say to myself, I'm going to say, what am I curious about? What do I actually want to say? When you can take that pressure off yourself, which is what this question is designed to do, then you can talk infinitely and talk for days. And I'm going to give you some exercises next to prove that when you take the pressure off yourself, you actually already have that $1 million mouthpiece, that ability to talk infinitely. And something which always makes me laugh when I think about it is the idea of people going blank in conversations. But interestingly, when they go blank in conversations, it's actually when their mind is the most busy, when they're overthinking the most. Your mind never goes blank. When you're overthinking, the thoughts are racing. You would probably pay someone to be able to have a blank mind for a little bit, just to get a break from your own thoughts. So your thoughts are the most talkative, most extroverted person ever when you're quiet in the conversation because of fear. And as a quick mini side tangent, there's nothing wrong with being naturally quiet, naturally introverted. Some people are naturally this way, and that's completely fine. It's not about forcing yourself to become an extrovert, but it is about not being held back by fear and not having fear stop you from being yourself. So now I'm going to jump to 2 or 3 exercises which you can practice to develop this ability to override overthinking and talk more in conversations. So I'm now going to teach you a few exercises that you can practice both in conversations and by yourself to overcome overthinking and train yourself to be more present and just talk without that fear. And I've wrote them down on my phone. The first one is called the 5-second focus shift. So this is something you can practice when you're actually in a conversation and you can feel yourself, your attention, getting pulled away from the circle by your overthinking mind. So you're stuck in your head. You've become aware that you're stuck in your head and you want to pull yourself back to the present moment. Name 5 things that you can perceive in the environment to yourself. For example, right now, I can see the lens of my Canon camera. I can see the wire, which is my mic, my phone out of the bottom part of my eye. I can hear a washer on in the house, and I can also see a cup of coffee that I have on the side. This gets you back in touch with the present moment. You can do it rapidly, and by the time you've shifted your focus in this way, you've forgot what your overthinking mind was using to drag you out of the room. The next exercise is called Yes and it comes from improv comedy. You can either do this with a friend or by yourself. And one way you can do it is like this. So you might say that I really love going to the beach. It's awesome. That's a statement. Then you say yes to that statement and you add an and because you're going to add your own thing. So in response to that, you might say, yes, beaches are phenomenal. And when I'm there, I really enjoy going surfing. Yes, surfing is such fantastic fun. I love it when you can ride the wave and experience that adrenaline coursing through your system. Yeah, it's amazing when you can really experience that adrenaline. I remember when I used to go on rides in high school at Alton Towers as part of a rewards trip for attendance, and I used to love Nemesis and Air. You just keep on going. The last exercise is something you can do by yourself. It's called the No Pause Challenge. So get your phone, set a timer for 2 minutes, and talk non-stop. Even if what you're saying is garbage and nonsense, don't allow yourself to pause for more than a second. And what this will do is it will build flow and train you to speak unfiltered. And you'll see that these exercises, they're actually going to help you out when you're in social conversations. You're training the muscles of being a confident, socially skilled individual. If you viewed social skills as a martial art, these are some of the fundamentals of the martial art that are going to get you really skilled and really confident. And then I wrote down on my phone a challenge. This is my encouragement to you watching this video, because social anxiety, it's not something that you overcome by passively consuming content. It requires taking action in the real world. So just watching my videos and getting ideas is something, but you're not going to get the most value if that's what you do with the content. If you apply it, it's a different ballgame. So the small challenge that I wrote down on my phone is for you to at least pick one of these exercises and try it today. So the 5-second focus shift, yes and improv exercise, or the 2-minute no pause challenge. Try the exercise and drop a comment beneath this video to let me know how it went for you. And if you feel comfortable doing this, try to practice the other exercises throughout next week. And really go for making this shift. The shift from perfection and asking yourself, what should I say? To presence, asking yourself, what am I genuinely curious about? Something that I always say to clients with social anxiety when I'm coaching them and people at my events is that there's no point in overcoming social anxiety if you can't learn to truly enjoy conversations. If you never enjoy conversations, what's the point in socializing with people? And if you're always suppressing yourself, you're living under these rules of pressure, trying to say the perfect right thing, worrying too much about what other people think about you, you're not really having a blast. When you can relax, just take that pressure off yourself, such a relief, and you can really enjoy the energy of connecting with other people. You're going to be so much more encouraged to keep on socializing on a long-term basis. And over time, with exposure therapy done in the right way and mindset shifts, you can change your experience of socializing and get to a stage where social anxiety is a problem that only applied to the past you and isn't a thing anymore. That is truly the case for me. Spent years with crippling levels of social anxiety in high school and college, selective mutism, saying 1 to 2 words a day, extremely shy, to someone who has built a business through live events, in-person networking, someone who does public speaking, improv comedy, all these different things, and actually enjoys them. So that is enough of me waffling. If you're looking for more, you want to go further, you're really keen to crack social anxiety, I do one-to-one coaching. You can check some testimonials out on my channel. And for every one testimonial that you see, there's probably 20 people that I've actually helped out. You can also come down to my live coffee social events in Birmingham, or you can wait for me to launch my live virtual events in the summer. Practical workshops to get you the real world experience, being yourself, speaking with confidence, and really get you feeling included, get you feeling differently about meeting people and socializing. If you're interested in any of this stuff, feel free to email me, reach out. And until next time, have a fantastic rest of your day.